Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pete here with MixBetterNow.com, coming to you with a brand new Mix Critique Monday. Today is January the 30th, 2017. We got 3 great mixes on deck, so let's jump right in. All right, so I'd like to say welcome to those of you who are new. If you are joining us for the first time, Mix Critique Monday is essentially a platform for you to submit your mixes to me for a free mix critique. Everything I do is all constructive criticism with positive, tips, things to basically improve your mix, to get another set of ears on it so you can make it as good as it can possibly be. It's really easy. All you have to do is shoot me an email, pete@mixbetternow.com. All of my contact information is below in the show notes or at mixbetternow.com. And it's first come, first serve, but shoot me an email, make it the mix a downloadable MP3 or a downloadable WAV file. Please include your name, the name of the song, and then the name of the artist if it's different from yourself. And, it's that easy. I just put them in a line. And right now we're a few weeks booked out, but, nonetheless, send away, okay? Like I said, it's first come, first serve, so whatever you get, I will download and put to the side. So today we have 3 mixes from, we have a mix from Karol Szot, we have a mix from Billy Deskin, what's up Billy, and we have a mix from Sknee G. So the first one is called Bite Night. This is mixed by Karol Szot, and the band is, I'm not really sure how to say this, Quinabox, or question in a Q&A box. It's Qnabox, so sorry, Karol, if I butchered that. But this is a pretty cool rock tune. So we kind of have a rock track, we have a hip-hop track, and then we have like a cool mellow indie rock track today. Try to mix it up a little bit. So let's just jump right into the first one. Bite Night by Quinabox, mixed by Karol Szot. All right, here we go. Right away, I gotta say, I love the guitars. They sound huge and big, and the tone is great. The drums sound really good. The bass is kind of tucked underneath in a really nice place. Really loving it so far. Great job.
Hurry up, she's right behind you. Bloodshot eyes, not losing prey. Hurry up, she's almost got you. Go and fucking run away. She's not letting go. No one ever escapes. She's a nighttime beast. Make you all last wish.
Love the vocals. Sound really, really good singer. Really dig how got some really cool effects going on. Some saturation on the vocal, and I heard like a delay throw in there. Some cool reverbs. Yeah, and tonally they sound really good, which is super important for music like this. I feel like a lot of time with like hard rock stuff, it's like you kind of have a guitar fighting with the vocal a lot of the times. But yeah, it sounds great so far.
Before she goes, I'll leave. She has no control, coming down to kill. Stop praying that the moon goes down. Sun is up to help you. Will you save yourself from the vampire? Do you feel the shivers? They are going down spine. Trust me, she'll deliver not much.
One thing I'm hearing, and let me know, Karol, you leave a comment below or shoot me an email, let me know. I almost feel like I'm hearing, it might be a sample that maybe has a really short attack and a short decay, but I almost feel like I'm hearing like an 808 snare underneath the regular snare. I could be wrong. It might just be whatever drum sample you're using. Also, just this is a really, really great sounding mix. Like I really, very, very competitive in terms of stuff from this genre, I think. So really good job. But one thing I would definitely like to hear more of is I'd like to hear like the drums kind of be a little bit brighter, because the guitars sound great. They're sitting in a really good spot. The vocals sound really good. Would love to hear a little bit more, I don't want to say brightness, but kind of like, I would do something like, first I would go and EQ a little bit on the drum bus, maybe try and just add a little bit more snap and crack to the drums, because they kind of have like that, like that thum, thum, like that low end pillowy thing going on. I just want to hear a little bit more crack on some of the drums, like the snare and the kick. But I dig the overhead sound is really cool. It's like not really harsh and bright, which can happen with stuff like this. So yeah, really good job so far.
Much left of you tonight. What's your side effects ready to get bloody with your neck? Your head stuck in the back inside your prism going black. She's a nighttime bee.
See, like right there with those toms, like I would just, nothing crazy. I would just brighten those up a little bit, just so they kind of have a little bit more kind of like smack to them. You know what I mean? I think it would bring out a lot more impact in the overall mix.
Make you one last wish before she goes. At least she has no control, coming down to kill. Stop praying that the moon goes down. Sun is up to help you. Can you save yourself from the vampire?
Great breakdown. Love this. Super cool. I feel like the bass could come up a little bit there. I love the breakdown. Very cool. Just a little bit of level. A lot of the times with bass, when it's hard to hear the bass kind of cut through the mix, I know it's a very common thing to like reach for something like some saturation or some more compression to make it kind of punch, but a lot of the times it's just a volume issue. So I would just take the fader and just go boom, just push it up a little bit, see how it sounds there, because I want to hear the bass there. You know what I mean? Like you kind of strip it down. Here, let's go back a sec. Part of it too is there's quite a bit of I know this might sound silly because you're like, yeah, it's a bass, dude, it should have low end, but I'm hearing like a lot of low end in it, in terms of like for example, like I use a high pass filter on all my basses. Unless it's specifically like a sub track, I will definitely take off. I'm trying to figure out how you're looking at this, because here's a high pass filter, right? And I would just kind of just take off some of the bottom. It tightens it up in a weird way, because it gets rid of all that the subharmonic stuff that you can't really hear, and it makes the bass sound a lot more focused. So maybe give that a shot if you're not already using a little bit of high pass filter, something like a gentle slope, like a 6 dB per octave, a 12 dB per octave. I wouldn't go much more than that, because you might start losing something around like 24 dB per octave, but give that a shot and just push the volume up a little bit there, because it's such a cool breakdown. Like I just want to hear the bass just a little bit more. See, and then the guitars come in and they're nice and loud, which is awesome, but I just feel like the bass up a dB or two and you'd be good to go.
In the sky, told her where you are, she can feel your skin.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, something I really dig about this part that's really great, Karol, is you took the either pulled the effects down or took them off of the vocal here, so it's got like a much more intimate feel going on, which is really great. Love this mix so far. Like, the vocals are kind of here during the the verses and the chorus, and then so you kind of have like a breakdown bridge part here, and the vocals just kind of they kind of come a little bit more forward when you take off things like reverbs and delays, which push them back a little bit more in the mix. It's a great trick to do that. Like really well done, super good job. It gives me a more intimate feel for that part, right? So like you're bringing it in, you're kind of bringing in your listener a little bit, and then I'm sure it's going to go to a part where it's going to drop out and be like bang. I haven't listened to this before, but I'm just assuming. But I really like that a lot, though. Like super, super cool touch.
Better be prepared. Moonlight turned you in. Repast will begin. Turn around and say goodbye.
What a great breakdown. This is such a great song. Amazing guitar solo. Just ripping. Tone was great. Love the vocals here. You know, I'm getting a lot of praise for this because this is probably one of the best mixes I've heard, come through here on a Mix Critique Monday. Anyone who's watching and listening, notice how the vocals there didn't really get thin. When you're using EQ in the context of a mix, you can really thin vocals out a lot, but especially in that part, it's important when it's the only thing going on to either automate the vocals so that they're not as thin, but they sounded really nice and big and just full. And I don't know, I can't say enough good things about this so far. It's a really great job. See, right there, though, I just wish that if you made those vocals quieter in that part, there would be a much more dynamic change when that right here, let me zoom in a little bit. So right here. So going from that vocal breakdown, and then when the band comes in right there, I feel like either... Well, two things. I would make the vocals quieter there, and I would make the band louder when it comes in. The band will seem louder if you bring the vocals down, of course. But basically, what happens is it's a great breakdown. The vocals sound really good, but since they're so loud, when the band comes in for this, this last quarter of the song, it's the last chorus or an outro. You really want it to hit hard, and I like to automate my mixes to constantly go up in volume. Like the first chorus, I might push up half a dB on the master fader. Second chorus, I might do a dB and a half. Third one, I might do 2.5 dB, so that each time it hits, it gets louder and louder and louder, and it tricks the listener into thinking it's more impactful and it's more important, right? Louder's better. That's how the brain perceives that thing. So, but this is a real easy fix. Bring the vocal level down to that, where the band kind of transitions and it comes in, just automate that so it gets louder and it kind of hits. And then you could even back that off. Like if you just want that one part to be a few decibels louder than the whole mix, bring it up and then slowly fade it back down to like the normal volume of the choruses. And I think that would have a huge impact in that part. Really sounding great. Let me just try something for fun. I know I always do this, but that's because I always hear it. Let's see if we can't. Make sure it is on. I don't know why I'm not hearing this. Make you all last wish before she goes. At least she has no control, coming down to kill. Stop praying that the moon goes down. Sun is up to help you. You won't save yourself from the vampire. Man, what an awesome mix. Real quick, let me grab my other EQ. I don't know why I wasn't being able to hear that unless I didn't have it on. I don't know, it looks like it's on. Let me go back just a pinch. It sounded a little mud. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not super worried about that. You could take a little 300 out there, maybe a dB or two. My mouse is jumping all over the place. I apologize. It can, I say this every week, but like I said, just because I hear it all the time, it's not a huge deal here, but like even like 1 dB could be a lot, especially if you use a broad cut. I'm just hearing a little bit of that, kind of like that muffled thing going on, and you could lift a little bit of that blanket off by taking out a little bit of 300 or something around there. Super cool. What a great song. What a great mix. Can't really say enough good things about that. Thank you so much for submitting that, Karol. That was Bite Night by Quinnabox. And like I said, if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, Karol. Mixed by Karol Szot. Super good. Really fun hard rock track. Didn't hear a whole lot wrong with that. There's just a couple of those level things I was talking about, especially where this vocal part, I would bring that down. That was probably the one thing that bothered me the most, and then I would also bring the bass up a little bit in that the breakdown before that. But that is definitely a great example of a very, very good sounding mix, and definitely give yourself a pat on the back for that one. There's not a whole lot in that I'm having any issues with at all. So really great job. Keep up the good work. I would love to hear some more of your mixes, some more of your work. Big fan of that. So, please keep them coming. Awesome stuff. All right, next up we've got a Mix Critique Monday regular. We got Sknee G up, killing it with these rap mixes, and this is just another point. I know Skinny's been on a lot, just like a few other people, but as I say, it's first come first serve. You guys can send me as much stuff as you want, and I will be more than happy to listen to it and to give you my opinion on some stuff and to critique it. So Sknee usually kills these hip hop rap tracks. We have another one. This is called What You Know About It. And I guess the artist is Danny? D-A-N-I-E-Y. Danley? Maybe it's an L. Maybe I typed that wrong. I think it's Danny Cavill. And this is, of course, mixed by Sknee G. And this is an Icons production. So here's a hip-hop one. Let's check it out.
The Icons.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, I go by the name of Danny Cavill. Finna put y'all up on this.
Yep, Danny Cavill. There you go.
On the Texas shit, huh? Hey.
I just set the coupe on some brand new shoes.
Hey, what you know
My
about
pockets
it?
heavy full of guala and
Hey,
two.
hey, what you know
They
about
super
it?
cool like the first
Hey,
day of
hey,
school.
hey, what you know
Them
about
bitches choose, they like how I do
Hey,
the food.
hey, what you know
Hey, they
about
be
it?
choosing cause they love a nigga sway.
Hey, what you know
Fresh out
about
the
it?
trap with a pocket full
Hey,
of
hey,
cash.
what you know
Hey, how
about
we
it?
ball, hit the mall,
Hey,
pop
hey,
tails.
hey, what you know
Hey, now
about
it's time to hit the club, baby.
Hey, what you know
I just set
about
the
it?
coupe on some brand new shoes.
Hey, what you know
My
about
pockets
it?
heavy full of guala and a two.
Hey, what you know
I'm
about
super
it?
cool like the first day of school.
I think the vocals sound awesome. Such a big part of hip hop and rap is the vocal, right? I mean, that is the bread and butter of hip hop. Of course, the drums and the bass are super important parts of hip hop, but if you don't get the vocal right, it doesn't matter what the kick sounds like. It doesn't matter what the snare sounds like. It doesn't matter what the bass sounds like, because nobody's gonna care. Vocals are the crown jewel, of hip hop, and that modern rap vocal. Again, you do this all the time, Sknee. So big props on it. Really good job on the vocal. Like just sounds fantastic. Coming through my mains, and it's got that like low end. It's got some body to it, but it's bright enough that you can understand what the MC's saying, and it's a really nice balance, kind of tied in with the beat. So, loving it. Let's keep going.
Hey, what you know
Them
about
bitches
it?
choose, they like how I do the
Hey,
food.
hey, what you know
Hey, they
about
be
it?
choosing cause they love a nigga sway.
what you know
Fresh out the
about it?
trap with a pocket
Hey,
full of
hey,
cash.
hey, what you know
Hey, how
about
we
it?
ball, hit the mall, pop
Hey,
tails.
what you know
Hey, Hey, now it's time to hit the club, baby. Hey, I stay fly as a black waltz and cool as Jack Frost. Where so cold, it couldn't be caught if you tossed it to Randy Moss. We ballin' out like a boss. It don't matter the cost, just Lambo the doors. Got the top sawn off, it's just me and my soul now. Fuck niggas be highly trippin'. The 12 throwing the 6 like Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I'm sliding at 820, I be in the state dipping damn near. Miss my exit, I whipped it and kept tipping. I pull up and step out. My demeanor breakneck too legit for counterfeit, like frauds and fake chicks. Hey, tell them jackers I'm strapped like sandals and latex. First pop, pimp, and boost, I'm who they gon' hate next. But fuck 'em, I stay fresh, like I'm straight about the marijuana aroma loud. We be blowing purple in public, I promise to never change. Danny boy gon' keep it thuggin'. 20 bands, a better partner, you ain't said nothing. I set the coupe on some brand new shoes. My pockets heavy full of guale.
Yeah, I'm not hearing much that I really dislike in this. I think the levels are great, you know, from the beat to the vocals to the kick to the you know, to the rim shots. Like everything just sounds really good. I think a big part of really nailing that modern hip hop vocal kind of thing is to get I like to use something like a Roland Dimension D, or, you know, that Eventide H3000 sound. You can use a variety of different plugins to get that. If you guys aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, I'm gonna probably do a vocal effects video in the near future, but it's something that I like to use a lot in a multitude of genres. But it's extremely important, I think, to get that kind of vocal sound here, like where you know, you use some harmonizing or pitch shifting, like whatever you want to call it, because it just kind of adds, you know, you kind of put a few cents up on one side and a few cents down on the other, and it gives it this really cool stereo spread thing where the vocal sounds big. It's a different kind of vocal from, like, you know, pop or rock, where you kind of typically want stuff mono. It's a little bit more spread. The effects are spread. You know, you get like a real short, maybe a short verb or a short delay, combined with the harmonizing, and it really makes that vocal sound big in a really nice spot. So, really good job.
Hey, what you know about it? Cool, like the first day of school. Them bitches choose, they like how I do the fool. Hey, they be choosing cause they love a nigga sway. Fresh out the trap with a pocket full of cash. Hey, how we ball, hit the mall, pop tails. Hey, now it's time to hit the club, baby. I just set the coupe on some brand new shoes. My pockets heavy full of guale and a tool. I'm super cool, like the first day of school. Them bitches choose, they like how I do the fool. Hey, they be choosing cause they love a nigga sway. Fresh out the trap with a pocket full of cash. Hey, how we ball, hit the mall, pop tails. Hey, now it's time to hit the club, baby. Hey, did I mention we breaking rules? They should put us in detention. I bought my baby some shoes, set that bitch up on suspension. Voila, I got a lot of boppers be trying harder. She gotta look like a model and better be by the dollars. My team be super clean, and I ain't boasting. That fruity to what we be smoking. Chase it with purple posts in the kitchen, be doing digits, whipping chickens and pigeons. This summer we doing numbers, so hustlers pay us a visit. My bubble game tremendous, nigga. All I know is profit. Take out volume 1 if you ain't got it going. Copy. My partner say this a banger. A whole city rockin'. Little kids doing they jig out a hustle's trunk, knocking my swagger out of this world. I be with extraterrestrials, crawling on chrome floater, throwing cash at pedestrians. Throwing dodo in the photo, getting escorted by some lesbians. All flavors they freaky, black, Asian, white, and Mexicans.
Freaky, right on. Really good mix, Sknee. Probably, maybe your best one yet. Might I say? Man, sounds really good. I'm not hearing anything that jumps out to me that sounds off, or you know, any levels that sound kind of incorrect. So I would say really great job. You know, throw it on the mixtape, throw it on the record, whatever. You are good to go with that. Two really great mixes in a row. Bite Night and then What You Know About It. Really great job, Sknee. And again, Karol Szot with Bite Night. That was awesome. Yeah, can't really say anything about, that sounds to me very commercial, very ready to go. In terms of that genre, it sounds like a lot of the stuff that I hear, and it's very competitive. So, again, really, really, really solid job, Sknee, with that. Thank you. Thank you. I know I even have some more of your couple of mixes that, I think one time you sent me like 5 in a row. I'm trying to spread them out a little bit, you know what I mean? Maybe one week we'll have the Sknee G show. Anyway, all right, last up, we have, I'm really excited to hear this one. We've got finally a mix from my buddy Billy Deskin. Billy down in Shiner, Texas, my Shinerbach bro. This is a song called Tiny Souls, parentheses, Fly Away. And the way that he described this to me in the email was it's kind of like a, is it Mazzy Star, Fade Into You, something like that. So kind of like an indie rock thing he was going for here. I haven't heard any of these. I listened to them first time when I do this stuff. So I'm excited to hear this. Tiny Souls, Fly Away by Billy Deskin. Okay, here we go. Oops, sorry about that. Just making sure I got this all lined up. First thing that jumps out at me right away, Billy, is 2 things. Number one, that guitar's pretty loud. In the context of everything else, it's just really dominating the rest of the mix. The other thing is I feel like I'm missing a lot of low end from this. Not really hearing much bass, much kick. Just I feel like there's this kind of it almost sounds like it's high passed up to like 300-400 hertz, if that makes sense. But I want to keep listening. Just that was my first impression.
Tears falling, voices calling me, angels talking, whispers guiding me.
Yeah, see the vocal is definitely in comparison to the band. I'm hearing the acoustics, I'm hearing the drums, all that stuff, but I want more. I want to hear more of the guitars, especially the acoustic guitars. So more of the drums, more of the bass. Bring that up, bring the vocal down. You could look at it one of 2 ways. You could bring the vocal down or you can bring the band up. I think where the vocals at volume-wise is okay, so maybe if you brought the rest of the music up. An easy way to do that, of course, would be to, you could just take all your tracks. I don't know if you use buses, all buses in your, in your mixing workflow, but I know I've talked about that a few times in some of my videos where I will use all buses. I have all drums, and I got this from Dave Pensato does this, and it's brilliant. All drums, if you want to get basic, all drums, all music, all vocals, all effects. So you can get very stripped down and just do 4 things. Send all the drums to an all drums bus, all your music, so guitars, keyboards, bass, to an all music, all your vocals to the vocals, and then all your effects to the all effects. So those 4 would precede your mix bus. And the reason for that, I use a few more. I don't want to get into the nuances of it, but the idea behind that is, so for example, if you needed the drums to come up, or the guitars and the basses and the keys, you could just push up that fader before your mix bus instead of having to go back to each individual fader and like rebalance everything. It just makes for a much easier workflow. Also, if you want to EQ or compress those groups, you can do it on your all buses, and it's just a very, very easy way of working. I know it's in my my mix template, so if you guys are on the email list, go to mixbetternow.com. Jump on the email list. You will get my free audio swag bag, which contains my mix templates, the ones that I use, and then I also made ones using stock plugins and third-party plugins. And then I have some videos where I explain that, so you can kind of check that out. But Billy, if you haven't seen that, take a look at that, and I think that might help you out here. But definitely want some low end, want some more of the band to come up. It's actually kind of tough for me to hear. I'm really hearing a lot of the pick, the acoustic pick on the guitar, as opposed to actually hearing the guitar.
Tiny souls can't play. Till they're done with their chores. their chores are done. Tiny souls can fly away.
See, like right here, if I back it up a second. Just based on that little instrumental section, I could tell that everything is balanced pretty okay within the the band context. The drums and the guitars and the bass. I think you have a synth pad on there. So it's extra important to bring that vocal down or to bring the band up to kind of get a better balance, a better level, from your vocal to music ratio. I would say that would definitely help a lot. Also, when there's this lead part right here, whatever pad that is, it's not as loud as the vocal, so it's not as big of a problem or a distraction, even like the guitar in the beginning. It's quieter, but it's just still a little bit loud. So, again, pull some of those lead elements down or bring the band up.
Deep sorrow just can't end this way.
Also, the I don't know if you use any vocal tuning software. The vocals flat in a few spots, just kind of it's wobbling in and out of pitch a little bit. Now, I'm a big advocate. I always say get it. If make sure you record. Put the extra effort into the recording of it, as opposed to leaning on things like mixing or fixing things as a crutch. The best mixes in the world are ones where you get amazing sounding recorded, how good is the song, and then how good do you capture the song, and then how good is the performance of that song that's being captured. Those are super important. I believe this is one of your tunes, Billy, like you were talking about. So, if you can retrack the vocal, where you can get a better vocal performance, that's always gonna, trump using something like Melodyne or Auto-Tune. But yeah, I'm just noticing some of that stuff, and I just want to share that with you so you're aware of it, when it kind of comes up if you aren't hearing it.
Sad illusion, got to get away.
Like right there, the gotta get away is flat. So, that would, performance is big, and that could definitely be fixed, like I said, with a Melodyne or something like that. Yeah, if this, if you have a chance to go back and sing it, I think it can benefit this quite a bit.
Tiny souls can't play till they're done with their chores. Here in heaven, what does this mean? Catching tears and catching prayers when the chores are done. Tiny souls can fly away.
Yeah, also, those left and right throws can really come down. For those kind of things, I just like them sitting just a little bit, right above the, a little bit above the instrument mix volume-wise, because, you don't want them to be as loud as the lead vocal in that kind of a situation. They kind of almost act as effects, and they're pretty much as loud as the lead vocal there.
Tiny souls can't play till they're done
All right. Billy. Yeah. And you were all nervous to send that and stuff, man. I'm so happy you did. Really, I know I was kind of making a lot of comments there about a bunch of things, but I'm really happy that you submitted that, because I think one of the best ways to improve your mixes overall is to to get sets of ears on them, that you trust. And I say this all the time. I do the same thing. I have, a select group of people that I trust or that I respect that I will send stuff to, because often they will hear things that I don't. Like when you're buried down in a project and you've been working on it for a day or 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever, whatever it is. Sometimes it's hard to, see the forest when you're in the trees, right? But Billy, all right, check it out, man. Three major things that, 3 pieces of homework I'm gonna kind of give you there. The first thing that I noticed was there was a big lack of low end. Now, for whatever reason that is, I'm not sure if you're if you're using a high pass filter on your mix bus. Like I said, it almost sounds like that you're rolling off a lot of the low end. Now, that could also be due to the fact that the instrumentation was quite low in volume in comparison to things like the lead vocal and the lead guitar parts and the, when a synth pad would come in and that was the lead element of it. So it's almost impossible for me to say where that lack of low end is coming from, but I would love to hear more low end in it. I would love for the balance of the whatever's out in front, whether it's the lead vocal, the lead guitar, or the lead synth part. It was significantly louder than the rest of the band. So kind of if the band's here and the vocals here, just kind of bring it here, or however you want to do that. If you want to lower the vocal or turn up the band. And then the other thing was I was hearing the vocal be a bit pitchy. So, a lot of flat notes I was hearing. So if retracking is possible, definitely maybe get a better performance out of it before reaching for something like Melodyne or, to go that route. So, a little bit of homework there for you, Billy, but really, really great job, man. Really stoked that you sent that in, and I'm happy that you did. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Again, we had 3 really cool mixes this week. Let me zoom this back out. And first up, we had Bite Night by Quinnabox, and that was mixed by Karol Szot, and that was awesome. Really cool hard rock mix. Then we had What You Know About It mixed by Sknee G, and that was a song by Danny Cavill. And then last up, we just listened to Tiny Soul's Fly Away by Billy Deskin. So big thanks to all 3 of you for submitting. Really, really great job. And love the diversity we're getting here. Love the consistency we have going on. So if any of you 3 have questions or comments that you want to engage with, by all means, leave them below. If this wasn't one of your tunes and you have some comments or questions or anything like that, please leave them below as well. And of course, any of you can email me, pete@mixbetternow.com, as I said before. And if you want a mix to be on Mix Critique Monday, all you have to do is email me a downloadable MP3, downloadable WAV file, and then just include your name, the name of the tune, and the name of the band or artist if it is different than yours. So again, thank you guys so much. This has been a Mix Critique Monday. I appreciate you guys submitting. Thank you all for your time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.